Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, May 20th, 2022. There can be some problems getting your message across right now, with the Moon opposite Saturn in your communication sectors and Mercury about to turn retrograde. Take a little more care than usual to make yourself exceptionally clear, or consider waiting to present your case for a better time. While your ability to concentrate may suffer today, exploring potential interests can be satisfying. Mercury's retrograde occurs from tomorrow until May 30 RD. In the coming weeks, there can be apparent slowdowns or backtracking in your life. This cycle can redirect you to refine your plans. However, you might find that others misinterpret your words or body language more than usual. On the 22nd, Mercury will retreat into your privacy sector, and you'll be reorganizing, reflecting, and refining. Aim to take your time with decisions and commitments. Decision-making turns inward during this cycle, and intuition wins over pure logic. Venus continues to dazzle through fiery Aries and your socially conscious 11th house of associations, community affairs, future visions, and individual freedom, which means you're not only making an impression on your peers but also feeling inspired to socialize with the crowd. What are you waiting for? This is what you do best, so don't let this sparkling transit go to waste. Granted, when considering today's astro weather, there are a few hurdles to overcome, as the Moon will sit directly across from taskmaster Saturn. That means, you're more prone to experiencing feelings of restriction and limitation. It may take some effort, but no reason to surrender your mojo. As you come down from the communicative high from the first quarter Moon in Capricorn, your attention shifts to your private life. The Moon has entered mutable Virgo, which squares your sign and creates a restless feeling. You should lean into the focused yet flexible nature of the Moon to accomplish the tasks on your to-do list. Your domestic duties and familial responsibilities may take precedence throughout the day. It is okay to focus on personal matters over your work since it is part of having a work-life balance. If you attend a party or some other social event this evening, consider leaving it a little early. Perhaps you're in need of some extra relaxation. It may be that you want to have a serious conversation with your partner about your financial situation. Whatever the reason, consider taking care of yourself by allowing time for the things you need. This can be wise advice at any time, but it may be even more so right now. You are in a state of siege in your own home and in your family circle. People are criticizing you constantly and you feel you're doing everything wrong. Take time to reflect before retorting, because they could actually be right on some points. If you react in a sober way, your family will regain their trust in you very quickly. You might think you're just teasing, but most likely the object of your amusement is taking things a little too seriously. Let them know for sure. You find the idea of meeting new people difficult, not really something you want to contemplate. If this is actually how you feel, then far better to wait a while and reflect on what you really want to achieve. When this is done, the idea of dating has a realistic purpose with much higher chances for success. You've probably been spending a lot of time at home, and today you might feel the need to get out for a while, probably by yourself. Your physical energy is high, and you aren't likely to be in the mood for doing chores. You might want to take a ride in the back roads near your town, or possibly try something a little more adventurous. Drive through some small villages nearby, go through some rustic antique stores. Enjoy. Your curiosity will be tripled today, dear 3. You will see far and wide and your inventiveness may express itself in many different ways. You will surely spend more time than usual on social media, telephone, or watching television. Whatever you undertake you will try to see to understand more than you did before, and advance. So, let yourself be carried along by this curious vibration, and above all push ahead. The Sun's last full day in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart and of your old solar year is a chance to pause and reflect. With Mercury already in Gemini but in retrograde motion, this is something that you have had a chance to do all week, but today this becomes more urgent. A day before the sun's return to Gemini to begin your birthday month and new solar year, there is a chance to pause, giving thanks to the year that has been and the journey that it has taken you on. The moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday wraps up an important 7 days on both the romantic and relationship fronts. With no planetary activity on either front but the moon returning every 4 weeks, this is key to remaining emotionally engaged. That monthly update began with the moon's return to your romantic sector last week and ended with its departure from your relationship sector yesterday. Our eyes in the sky. An opposition between the Capricorn moon and Saturn in Aquarius early this morning helps us reconnect with our pride. However, this unbalanced aspect between the moon and Saturn could make it difficult to shed sorrows from the past. Remember that all forms of healing take time, and that it's okay to enjoy life and feel happy even when there are still aspects of your psyche that experience pain or sadness. Luckily, as afternoon rolls in, we'll be able to shake off any funky feelings from earlier in the day as the void of course moon gives us the energy and ego boost we've been waiting for. Allow yourself to feel confident about yourself and your goals. This is also a great time to reassess or revise any passion projects. Don't hold back, get moving toward the things you want. The energy here is very creative, so get experimental with your hobbies and express your artistic side. As nighttime creeps in, the moon moves into Virgo, giving us some much-needed organizational energy. Use tonight to check your schedule and make to-do lists for the coming days. In the morning, the Capricorn moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, dampening our spirits. Others fail to give us our due, excluding us from social situations. Perhaps our friends or colleagues are unable to see how our talents could benefit the group, or we are otherwise prevented from participating due to ill will. On a more mundane level, we could be physically distanced from our communities now. Naturally, loneliness can weigh on our hearts, but we will do little to ingratiate ourselves to others by dredging up drama or adopting a "woe is me" approach to the issue at hand. If we really want to show our stuff, we are better off assessing our attitude. Remember, you do not have to be for everyone at all times. The moon begins its void of course following this aspect, lasting until the late afternoon. Instead of airing grievances or blaming others for wounding our pride, we might determine where our gifts and talents will make the most impact. In the late afternoon, the moon enters Virgo, ending its void of course. Over the next 2 days, our emotional terrain is governed by logic and precision. We feel our best when our routines are fleshed out. This way, we can manage tasks without succumbing to overwhelm. While this impulse to organize can help us streamline our daily lives and handle our business efficiently, life often proves unpredictable. If we are unable to rise to the occasion at a moment's notice, we should remind ourselves that we are doing the best we can under the circumstances. Discernment will get us everywhere, but overanalysis can devolve into tunnel vision.